Hey people, what's up? It's Jameel, and I just want to talk a little bit more about how I beat gang stalking and gang stalking improved my life. Now, what gang stalking is very simple. It's organized intimidation. It's really set up to agitate people. That's all it really is. And it can happen to almost anybody. Just Google gang stalking or targeted individual. There's a lot of people with a lot of different stories. For me, it came from out of my conspiracy research. There's people who are activists who are out to save the rainforest, and they get into it with corporations. There's all different types of reasons. I mean, anybody can get into it. You have to be noticed by certain people and present a certain threat level. With the Masons, it's called the white glove treatment. There's a lot of different terms and things for it when you have it on you. Now, again, for me, it's been 110% successful in my life. I think, like I said, I'm the only person to ever beat gang stalking. Gang stalking has transformed my life, and I want to tell people a little bit about how this works. Okay, every single day, I work 110% to separate myself from the person I was the day before. So today was about separation from who I was yesterday. Tomorrow is going to be about separation from who I am right now. See my point? Tomorrow is about going that extra mile, that extra 10 miles, extra 20 miles, whatever we can do. The day after that is about going a little bit further. And that's the formula that got me through gang stalking. As you know, gang stalking, a lot of times one of the strategies they use is vehicles with vehicles that follow you. Sometimes they use headlights, sometimes they won't. Okay, now for most people, when that first starts happening, they begin to feel agitated. And that's normal. You're supposed to. Okay? I mean, if anybody gets followed, it's usually agitation that comes in, or fear, which is I think one of the fear, it really is a form of agitation. And so, what it is within you it's like this is resistance to who you are. You want to become better, and the gang stalking is on you, and they're putting up all these obstacles in your way. Bam, 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 bam. Anything they think is going to agitate you, they use it, right? As you grind through that, and that's what champions do. The best champions will tell you you will fail your way to success, no matter what. Like I say, keep the ball rolling, or like my name's Rawls, keep the ball rolling. You will fail your way to success. And you grind through those circumstances. You know, if you have a car on your corner, and you know your situation, you're being gang stalked, or you have people following you, places like that, you have to grind through that. See, me, I don't care. See, a lot of thing about gang stalking is a lot of people get gang stalked, and one of the things is they're afraid. Another thing is they don't really want to say anything about it. I can go to one of the worst neighborhoods right now. I can go to the projects right now, not that far from me. And when I get out of the car, everybody in that neighborhood is going to know who I am. A lot of people already did it before because they know my family. But through the gang stalking, now everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows my story. This has helped me, okay? Because people look at me different now. When I walk into a room, people look at me different. When I go to a hospital, word comes down, we have somebody in there following, stuff like that. People look at me different. My presence means 10 times more than it did last year. Okay? And so through my conspiracy research, I gained the attention of the most powerful people in the world. And I don't have a clearance. I'm not a politician. I don't work in Washington. I don't have a clearance. And they know that. So there's nothing stopping me. They don't know about, they don't want me just out there mingling with anybody, and they don't know about it. So the gang stalking is also a form of intense monitoring. Who are you talking to? And what are you saying? See my point? But these people have helped to hand mold me. Now I feel like, these people are coming from, everything. The business world, the religious world, all that stuff in one whop. Now I'm being molded to be one of the most powerful people in the world. Okay? And it's through my circumstance of being the only person in the world to beat gang stalking. And like I said, it's about going through that resistance. Everything I went through in the last year has been a distraction. If I can sum everything, the gang stalking experience, everything in the gang stalking experience has been a distraction, but it's been through the distraction that I've learned how to become 110% better. And everything I do is better. My thoughts are better. The way I perceive things are better. I mean, out of nowhere, I just started looking at women completely different, in a way better way. Now I look at women for, you know, who they are. You know, what can she do? You know, I have to be successful. Is she going to be successful? That's how it is. That came out of nowhere. Everything's changed. You know what I mean? And so when you're going through gang stalking, it's an easy thing to be. Anybody in the world can do it. You know? And so just contact me if you're being gang stalked, you want to do that. But for other people who have drug problems or they have issues, whatever your problem is. Say, you know, you get into trouble here and there and you want to straighten up, you know, you're younger or something like that. What you got to do is you got to envision in your mind who you want to be. Who do I want to be? And then you say, that's what I want. That's my why. That's why I get up every day. That's why I do this. And then you say, I'm not going to let myself down. Don't say you're not going to let your parents down. Don't say you're not going to let your wife down or your girlfriend down or your daughter down or your best friend down or whoever. Say, I'm not going to let myself down. See? And so that's one of the biggest things you got to do is I'm not going to let myself down. And then you recognize you got to manifest your stuff in a being. You got to manifest it in a being. You know what I mean? Everything you say, everything you do is going towards a goal. It's going towards a manifestation. I don't have time to worry about what other people think of me. I can't sit here and be worried about how everybody's going to perceive me. Well, like I can't be worried about that. I don't. That's a distraction. My job is to not let myself down. And so that's how I beat gang stalking. And so now my goals are different. Now my goals are to go out and help people beat it who are going through it and to do many other things. But it all came out of conspiracy research. My fascination with the 1960s and 70s and what really happened in the 60s and 70s, I come to find out that over 90% of what they tell people isn't true. There's a far different story. But it was my process through that and everything I learned along the way through that brought me to where I am now. And so who I am today, again, I'm separating it. You know, and it's not what you do when you get out into the world. Like when I leave, it's what I do. It's what I do. You know what I mean? It's what I'm doing with my day. Everybody has 24 hours in a day no matter what. Everybody does. No matter who you are, you only got 24 hours in that day. Okay? It's what I'm doing with my day. That's what's going to make the difference a week down the line, a month down the line, a year down the line. I don't have to be the smartest. I don't have to be the most talented. I don't have to have the most money. What am I doing with my 24 hours? You know, like me, I have a jump rope. I like to use this. I like to use the jump rope. You know what I mean? In my mind, I just keep envisioning myself, you know, as time moves on. I want to keep beating. I want to beat that jump rope so much that the jump rope just gets up and runs away from me. I can't afford to be overweight. See my point? I can't. My vision is who I'm becoming is coming into view. I can't afford to be overweight. I can't do it. I can't afford to have poor health. You know what I mean? I have to be able to get out there and talk to the people I want to talk to and go to the places I want to go to. And I view myself on a completely different path. It's coming into view now. And so, you know, it's that constant separation, and somebody's going to tap out. I'm not going to tap out. I'm a winner 110% no matter what. The obstacles and the goals you're going through, whether it's drugs, alcohol, like me, mine was gang stalking. I went through a year of gang stalking, beat that. You know, it could be anything. I don't know what your obstacles are. Everybody's obstacles are different. Are you going to tap out? That's the main question. Are you going to tap out on yourself? See, it's all about what you're doing day to day. Are you going to tap out? That's not an option for me. So if you don't tap out, the other person's going to tap out. The obstacle itself, it might not be a person, it might be an obstacle. It's going to tap out. And then there's going to be nothing left standing but you. See what I mean? Regardless of how, you know, where you are right now is going to be nothing. You know, like I think it was Paul in the New Testament, Paul was saying, you must call things into being like they're there, but they seem like they're not there. I'm not sure of the wording, but it was a concept like that. And so that's how you got to view things. I live my life as I view myself, who the person I'm becoming. I don't live my life who I am now, and that's how I separate myself. Like tomorrow, I have to do things I didn't do today. You know, today I want to go all the way. You know, I did in some ways. Tomorrow it's going to be more ways. And so you got to continuously separate yourself. And, you know, you gotta have that winner mentality. You got to have that champion mentality. You have to be able to taste it. You got to eat off it. See what I'm saying? I eat off it. Like today, I remember earlier I was hungry, and I wanted to keep using the jump rope. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm a winner 110% no matter what. I don't need food. Yeah, I'm going to eat later on tonight. But for right now, I don't care if I'm on E. I'm going to keep going. I can't afford to be able to tap out. I'm going to know I tapped out. I don't care what anybody else thinks about me. I'm going to know I did that. I can't go to sleep knowing that. And so that's how you get into that mindset, and that's how you keep the ball rolling, you know? And so, you know, I just want to tell people, man, look to people who are inspirational. Like for me, one of the biggest people was Muhammad Ali. Now, I met him when I was younger, just one time. You know, I didn't, you know, I was like 7 or 8 years old. You know, I went to go shake his hand. He gave me a hug. For some reason, I just started thinking about him a few weeks ago. And then I had used his inspiration. I had listened to him a lot more. And then I had used him as motivation in some of my videos. And then after that, he just died. And so I was like, man, that's so strange. It's almost like when I met him, when I was younger, that wasn't meant to be. Yeah, it was a big deal then, but it's a bigger deal now. Especially after I used his motivation and he died, it was almost an extension of greatness, an extension of love and appreciation, saying, you know, use my motivation, my abilities, the drive that I have. Same thing with Bruce Lee. You know, I used to love to listen to Bruce Lee when I was younger. And, you know, I watched his movies, but I listened to some of his older interviews, stuff like that. You know, look at these people. Learn from the people. Don't listen to people. Don't talk to people who are going to be nothing. You know what I mean? I can't afford to waste time speaking to people who are just half there, half not. When people come to you, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something else. When people come to you and they're not 110% and they have doubt, if they have doubt in themselves, if they have doubt in you, just you got to have that mentality. Like, don't talk to me like that. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't want to hear you're not 110% person. You're a doubtful person. Where I'm going, there's no room for doubt. There's no room to consider doubt. There's no room to consider tapping out. We're doing it 110% no matter what. I'm separating myself. I don't have room for that. There's no room. It's not about what I like and what I don't like. There's no room. All my room is for success, and that's it. I don't have room for anybody else. I don't have room for anything else. I can't afford it. Not where I'm going. And so that's how you beat not just gang stalking, but I'm just saying that's how you beat a circumstance in general. You know, you got to grind it out. And so it's spiritual. It's all spiritual. Then it's psychological in some ways. And then, you know, that all translates into, you know, like me, like, you know, I can't afford to walk into a room and look fat and lazy. I can't do that. I have to be able to walk into a room and the people, they're going to know when I go speak to people, they're going to know my story. They're going to know who I am. And they're going to say, you know, damn, that's JAMEEL Rawls. He went through that. He did that. Look, there he is, right? You know what I'm saying? That's if I'm sitting there looking all lazy and stuff and out of shape, it's not gonna equal up to what I'm saying. And so I can't afford to be out. You know what I'm saying? That's my why. It's all part of who I'm becoming. And so I just wanted to give people some inspiration. And so for people out there, you know, I mean, that's pretty much the crust of what my journey is. You know, I was into conspiracy research for many, many years, way before I came to YouTube. But it was through the conspiracy and that my life, and I didn't just do like some conspiracy. Like I think I was the most motivated person at the time I was doing it. You know, I just kept pushing it, and it was through that grind. If I didn't go through the experiences I went through, you know, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I put my life on the line for it. I beat a life-death situation. Beat it. I earned where I am today, the person I'm becoming. No matter what. And so that's why I want to tell people, you know, you want to be able to feel the person you want to be, that you earned it. That you earned what you want. You know? That you earned it. And so that comes from putting in that 110% no matter what every single day. Every single day.